Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little babies. TGOD, baby, no, that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist.
It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Raiders and the Bills on Sunday night primetime.
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Here's Brown to throw on third down. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jacobs going to try the middle. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They moved it well, but here's 3rd down. And Jacobs, I don't think he's going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Brown throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Howard. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Howard on 3rd down. Another completion right back to Patterson. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And work with me here. Is this overhyped or not? You've got a warm weather team on the road in January, and it's cold. What's the deal? Is that a factor or is it not a factor?
I think a lot of it depends on the personality of your head coach and how you prepare for things. And some things you just can't prepare for. If you're coming from a warm weather site, you can't make it cold enough like it is here in this ball game. But what you can do is just tell guys, dress for the weather and then play like we always play. And as the game goes along, typically those guys out there playing, you warm up enough that it really shouldn't affect you quite the same way. Now, if that's all you talk about, if you put that in the heads of your players, it'll affect them in a big way.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Patterson to start the drive. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On second down, a run with Patterson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Brown. And incomplete. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Brown. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off play action. Brown. He's able to find Wallace. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Now Brown on 1st and 10. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Brown now throwing on 1st down. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Howard. And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Alex Highsmith drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk?
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Here's Howard on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Off the play fake. Howard. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now Jones. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Gregory Rousseau from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Looking to throw. Brown. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
Still second down.
Here's Brown. Looking to throw on second down. And he'll just get rid of it.
They're guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Open man left side is Wallace, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, it's difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Taken right around the 44. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Howard. This one left side caught by Patterson.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind a line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
Now, after the loss, they'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. False start's going to push them back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. The Bills on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Patterson is in. Touchdown, Bills. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to...
And he coughed it up! And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you've probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On 1st down, Brown got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left, and he'll just get rid of it. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They will run the draw with Jacobs, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson, from 28 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
To throw is Howard on 1st and 10. Finding Knox there, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. Throwing on 1st down, Howard, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
2nd and 2.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This, the last of our 3 games on this Sunday. One more to follow tomorrow night as we wrap up a very exciting 3 days of Super Wildcard Weekend. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC wildcard game. And it's the Jacksonville Jaguars who are moving on to the next round as they were able to knock off the Houston Texans. On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And they were able to have some success throwing the football against the secondary. Look for that to continue as they try to break this deadlock. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From the 6.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Second half will start with a run by Patterson.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Howard. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Howard under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Looking to throw. Brown got a man and he hits him in stride. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 7.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Brown. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Brown throwing on 1st down. That is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brown. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. Now Brown to throw on 3rd down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The kick by Carlson is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And now out come the Bills.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Howard now to throw on 2nd down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Howard. Flushed out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Doug Costin with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here for the 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Howard. Caught right side, Davis.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Howard. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. looking to throw. Howard, a quick throw, going to be caught by Diggs. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
A gain of 14 yards. Brings up third.
Now Howard on third down. And that is incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's fourth.
It's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt, just the way you used to hit him, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brown now from the gun on third down. Open man is Miller. He's got it.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Brown. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
We're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
On 3rd down, Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Here's A.J. Coldell as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
The Bills ready to take over.
When you talk to these guys in training camp, these are the moments they say they live for. You're in a playoff game. It's tied, 4th quarter. Time for somebody to step up.
And can you execute under pressure? Because the pressure is intense right now. No one wants to be responsible for making the error that costs their team. But at the same time, who's going to be responsible for making the play that gives the advantage to your team? Who's going to break out? Just what you said.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Howard. And Diggs has it. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And partner, the tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Howard. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle. Defense.
So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Howard. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Howard to throw on 3rd down. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And this wild card game has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the 4th, with obviously a very critical drive forthcoming as they start with a 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Brown. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas 1st.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Gets past one man. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 70 yards on the ground here for Jacobs. And this is a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Brown. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Brown on 3rd down. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And here come the the Bills. And this a very important drive leading to the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Operating from the gun, Howard. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Howard. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's Howard off the play fake. And he whips that one incomplete there. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run with Patterson. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a throw here to his running back. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Howard. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Howard. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills will add to their 4th quarter lead. On 3rd down and short, everything well executed. He not only gets the 1st down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action yet. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Well, now how about this return?
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So the Raiders now down by 10. And time, a huge factor. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Brown throwing to start the drive.
He's got McLaurin.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Brown now on 1st down.
Able to connect with Jacobs. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Terry McLaurin, 53 yards. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
An inside give to Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll give it to Patterson.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
And they will take a knee here. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to swell the lead to 6. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game. So in a game that's been full of twists and turns, here's another with time winding down.
And now, as you say, time's obviously a huge factor. But all you're looking for now is 3. So one big play, maybe a penalty, and you might get that shot after all.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
like your energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't greatest, mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it, wasn't instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple. You cloud chasing, trying to make the people feel you. Boys need to slow it down, I'm talking real screw. Penthouse at the top with the clip.